cooks, a lot of people use the microwave with the fan underneath. So if you're going to be
Right.
stacking, what do you do? What does your hood look like?
Right.
You know, and how do you vent it out? So I love the idea of showing different options as far as with the, with the hoods. And I know that, I believe it was Viking that made actually like almost like a stack. It looks like the hood goes all the way up.
The chimney hood?
The chimney hood.
Yes.
Yes, and but it's actually, it's still internal.
You can recirculate if you
Yes.
need to, yes.
Okay, good. Okay.
All right.
Okay, good, I'm excited.
We have more ranges, or actually if you look at them, then range tops.
Okay.
Let me start here. There are two different kinds of cooktops or range tops on the market. Anything with controls in the front looks sort of like the top part of the full range.
Yes.
They're all going to have higher BTUs. This is more of the professional model.
Okay.
All right. And then we also have what we see on those displays are the drop-in cooktops. Those are actually cut into the countertop. They'll have maybe one or two powerful burners, but they're more the traditional side. This is the power.
Okay, terrific. Now this is, we're looking at 36 inches.
Yes, you're looking at 36 inches. You're looking at, this happens to be a decor model. What you're going to find typically is that there's a series of different sized burners, in most cases. Essentially, the bigger the burner cap, the more powerful the BTU.
Okay.
And some of them will have simmer features. In this case, these two on the end will give you the high output as well as the low simmer.
Okay, great. So I guess that inside here is the simmer?
Yes.
Is that what it is? Terrific. Now, does this have something where, like the Electrolux, where you could turn it up and get, the water boils in, I forget how many seconds?
In induction, yes, they do offer an induction cooktop. That is, and I'll show you when we get over there. There's actually one working.
Okay,
We
great.
can turn it on. But you can get not quite the same, but similar, quicker results with these high BTU burners.
Oh, you can, okay.
They're the ones you're going to use for the big pot of pasta water, for your, pan searing, perhaps fish or steak, where you just want to get that nice char on the outside and not cook the middle. This is the one. These two high-powered ones are the ones you use to do
Okay,
that.
terrific. And now, another thing is, I guess, one of the benefits of having your controls in the front would be that you have more burners than if you have the controls on top.
You have more burners and you have more burner space because you're not losing space on top here, so you actually have larger
I love
sized grates.
that. Yeah, I love how
Notice in this particular model, the middle grates are larger than the side grates, because nowadays everyone has those big stock pots, has those big 14-inch frying pans, and this will allow you to put that big pot right here and not interfere with the pots on the other side.
Wonderful. That's terrific. That's terrific. Now, as far as cleaning, what is it like to clean the top of this? How does this come apart?
Very easy. Things have changed drastically over the years, and what you're finding more and more are cooktops that are what they called sealed burners. Back in the day, there would have been a bit of a
You deal with parts also?
trial, so to speak, to clean, because you'd have to lift the top up, and there's a drip tray
Oh,
underneath,
yeah,
and
it's
there's
a
all
big
kinds
mess.
of things.
Absolutely.
You notice here, all of this is sealed.
It's all sealed.
So
Oh, that's
if
great.
something fell into the
It stays
well,
right here.
it stays there.
Wonderful.
You wipe it up and off you go. And if you need to, from time to time, take the cap off.
That's
fine,
it.
But you really shouldn't. You need to do that.
That's terrific.
Black porcelain surface, hides the scratches. Very easy to keep clean.
Terrific. I love that. This is beautiful.
It's a nice piece.
Yeah, I really like that. And I see that if you wanted to go with the bigger warming drawer,
Yes.
you could do something like this, right?
Warming drawers will come in different sizes. Again, 24. Some brands offer 24, 27, 30, and this is a 36. This is a monster.
That's a monster. My gosh, could you imagine? I could keep the entire Thanksgiving dinner warm. While my mother was preparing her gravy, she'd be thrilled. This is wonderful.
And they're flexible. I mean, it doesn't have to go under the cooktop. You can put it anywhere.
Okay.
And some brands also offer you the ability to panel the front, so you can
gonna
actually
ask you
make
that.
it look like a drawer, regular drawer in the kitchen, and you wouldn't even know it was a warming drawer.
Okay, terrific. I like that idea. That's wonderful. So, okay, so this is decor, I know decor, again, it would be decor, wolf, they're all on the same,
Viking, yes.
Viking. Now, do they have all similar features? Is it all like the similar features, do they have that, you know, the simmer and, you
They'll
know?
all have, each brand's a little different.
Did somebody tell you could take the door off?
You'll definitely get one simmer burner in any brand, but some brands have all of them with the capability of simmer. Some have 2, some have 3, but yes, you will not go without a simmer burner.
Okay, terrific. Could we take a look at possibly, do you have like either the Electrolux here or the KitchenAid? Is there anything that's similar to this?
Which is a sister company to KitchenAid. I can show you. This, if you were to do the KitchenAid, it would be this.
Oh,
without-
okay.
Without the bottom
Okay, so
part.
without the bottom part. Now, I have to say something. This is interesting. This goes all the way, like, this looks like it's a huge oven.
It is.
Is it?
It's one of the biggest ones in the market.
Wow, holy mackerel.
I know.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna do that. Okay.
And if you open up the decor next door, that's also 36, but you can see the difference.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Can't do your pull out. So they all have, you'll have your pull out, you'll have your convection fan, and your temperature probe in these.
Oops, I'm sorry, honey. Did I get in the way? You know me, I can't help myself. You know, it's amazing. I grew up, my mother would always say to me, Diane, don't touch that. You know, make sure, don't touch. And now I have a career that basically all I do is touch. You know, I'm touching fabric, I'm touching
Yes.
everything.
The only thing that would really differ between this model and the actual range top itself is you wouldn't have all this as much digital on here because a lot of this has got to do with the oven
Okay.
function. So you basically have a much smaller digital area on
Okay.
here. The range tops themselves don't tend to have a lot of that. It'll just be basically knobs like you saw on the decor, like you see on the Gen Air.
Okay, terrific. Now with this, it looks like, okay, one of the features that I'm seeing that's different is that it looks like the middle grate is not as wide as, say, the decor.
Yep, they're the only ones that do that.
And these are individual
Yes.
instead of being, you know,
One
I guess it's
piece.
one piece. So they have them into 6 individual instead of 3.
Something else to consider too are the weight of these things. They get pretty heavy, and that's
heavy.
one. And if you were to get a double, they get a little bit much.
Okay.
So you have to.
I should probably lift that.
If your client, you should. I mean,
Yeah.
everyone. If your client may have
Problems with the wrist.
with the wrist, you don't want to have them lifting up these things. You know,
Carpal tunnel, what is it?
carpal tunnel
yeah.
syndrome. The decor grates, even though they're longer, they're one piece. They're not as heavy.
Oh, really?
But everyone should try it on themselves. You give it a try. It's not that bad. And that's a double.
I need my knees today. It's a two-fisted. Yes, two-fisted. Now, is this the decor that I'm looking at right now?
Yes, that's the range.
Okay, so this would be the range. Okay, so then I guess we could compare, like, even like, I guess like the ranges are very similar.